that we need to continue to stand strong to defend everybody's rights and freedoms.
Hi guys. I found this rather interesting. And if you can read on the screen, here, let me show you exactly what I searched for. You can see it now, what I searched for. CTV, petition to call an election in Canada. If you remember that, here, we'll push search, bing. If you remember that, it was petition E-4701, calling for the federal government to call an election within 45 days. Because Canadian people, here, let me click on it. Just give me a second here. This is actually important. All right, here it is. A petition, yeah, to call an election. Does it show me the signatures? 387,487 signatures on this petition. Okay. But when I do a Google search of that, I get this CTV News, and I'm specifically asking for CTV's Google search of petition to call an election. But Google sends me this one, CTV News. Elon Musk, a petition to calls for Canada to revoke his citizenship. Let's take a look at this for a second here. In this article, this petition has 170,000 signatures and was sponsored by, can I highlight it? Will it let me highlight? Oh God, right above the commercial there, or the ad there, NDP MP Charlie Angus. Let's go back. Okay, hey, look, there's some little headliner. Maybe, you know, because this is more relevant and the petition was a year ago, or less than a year ago, but it was a while ago. This is one's like these days. Okay, but if you would click up here, it's news. So it should be all news articles relating to petition call for an election. Of course, Elon Musk thing again. Look, there's two articles from CTV News. Vancouver Sun doesn't talk about it. CBC don't talk about it. CP24 don't talk about it. They talk about all these different petitions, but there's not one news article about the petition for Canadians to call an election. But this petition calling to strip Elon Musk of his citizenship only has 170,000 signatures. Yet this petition, where the Canadian people are demanding an election, has nearly 400,000 signatures. Whoops. And there's no story. Change.org, yeah, they did a story on it. It's unbelievable. Oh, and then we have the global news. Oh, look at this. A record. CBC actually did one. That's amazing. Hold on, I want to check this one first. Over 2,500 sign a petition asking the GG to deny Trudeau to request a snap election. They'll report on that one. Let's see if CBC is actually talking about the story I'm thinking here. Oh, and look at the title of this story. A record number of people signed an e-petition last year. Do they make a difference? Ha ha ha. I can't seem to... Oh, there we go. Now it'll scroll up. Interesting. Yes, they are talking about the story that I'm referring to. 400,000, well, basically 400,000 signatures. In the statement said the and then they just go on about the petitions. But isn't it interesting that there's so much emphasis on revoking somebody else's citizenship, on denying Trudeau the right to call an election, which, I mean, different context, but, you know, it's still retaining him in power. But there's really no media, per se, talking about this, other than to talk about, you know, oh, well, maybe we should add more clout from the CBC, but they don't actually, I don't know if they actually get into the story here. I'm not going to say they don't get into the story of this. Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading through this quickly. They start to discredit Leslie Lewis for trying to say we need to come out of the UN. But my point was this. The first two things to come up are the petition I asked for from our comments, which is a proper search result. But then the next one is specifically from CTV, who I asked in my search result, and I asked about petition, and I asked about Canada, all key words in here, but it goes to Elon Musk, not a petition to call an election. Completely negates the election side of things. I just found that rather interesting and thought I'd share that with you. It's a very, very good example of, well, this is actually the best example right here. It's a very, very good example of the censorship, the biasness of the media, and because of their political leaning, and the fact that there's actually no news stories, even though Change.org had a story about it. I guess that's not a news company. The Governor General speaks on it because, well, she has to. Parliament of Canada, another one there's no talk about. But Canada's National Observer, thousands sign a petition asking the PM to revoke Elon's Canadian citizenship. I just find that rather odd. And an excellent example of the biased nature of the mainstream media in Canada. Welcome to the Fringe. Welcome to the Fringe.